Yes, people, lateness is greatness. Thank you very much for waiting. You are back with another live stream of Guni and Liga. Yes, I know it has been a few weeks. It's good to have Lee back, but before we get anything started, people, then make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. If you are new, we are still on the road to 10K. We hit 6K not that long ago. We're close to 6,100. I think I was 6099 before I went live. So one more person hit that sub button and just relieve my anxiety, please. I need that 6,100. Just round off the number for Guni. Do me that little favor, man. But yeah, big up everybody that's waiting. I see a couple of my brothers in there. Hey, Scott Bryant, Chaz sent you. Come on, bruv. Hey, listen, Chaz is my guy. Mining Troops is guy. Brixton brother lives over here in New York City. Trust me, like the amount of jokes that me and that brother have had with Troops, it's the one. You're gonna see him. I'm gonna have to drag him on camera. You see, when Troops is back, obviously, Amanda, we're gonna be on camera together. So I've got to drag him on. Big him up, man. I've got to big him up. He's bringing people to the Man Knows Football community. But Guns, how are you doing, my guy?
I'm good, man. I'm real good. I am real good, mate. The sun came out for a bit today. We've only had one day of sunshine in 2 weeks. It's been hella raining, bruv. Yeah, last night, mad thunder and lightning storm. You know what it's like in a different country, innit? It's not like back home.
Yeah, facts.
I thought there was an earthquake, mate. That's how bad the rumbling was from the thunder. Yeah, and I was sitting there. It made me jump off my sofa. I was like, what the hell is going on? I thought the whole building was falling down. Yeah. And then all I see was, like, even though my curtains were closed, I just see, pyum, pyum, opened up the patio door, and I swear the whole sky lit up, man, non-stop for about 3 hours.
Yeah, mate, I know about those, bruv. I spent some time down in Boca Raton, Florida, and one of those
territory.
Boy, bro, the day, one of the times I went down there, the day that I landed, I got a message on my phone. It was like fucking tornado or some kind of mad warning, and I was just like, "What the fuck, bro?" That same, I swore the first 3 minutes. Who cares? That same, that same evening, the winds. Oh my days, bruv! I was sitting in my bed. I was like, God, if you get me through this, I will not sin again. You know, like when you just shook.
Yeah, it's one of them. Like, I'm not even blagging when I say this. Yeah, I have actually slept through an earthquake in Birmingham, in England.
Fuck it, oh,
yeah, and that was in my clubbing days when I was in my prime. Yeah, and we stayed in this hotel in Birmingham town. We'd gone to a club called Insomniacs, a hard house nightclub. Like, it finished at like midday or whatever. Yeah, we'd already gone to what was the club before that? Massive club, Gatecrasher. Yeah, and yeah, we ended up getting back at the hotel. Yeah, slept all afternoon. When I woke up, yeah, the place was going mad. Yeah, and there was all rubble outside, half the building had fallen down. I was like, what? I'll tell you another one as well. Yeah. I slept through another earthquake. I'm not even playing. When I'm asleep, bro, I am dead.
You're gone.
When I stop talking, because I put so much energy in, I'm like this off camera. I don't stop talking. Talk. Right? When I'm off camera, as soon as I put my head down and I stop talking, I am gone in 5 seconds, mate. And you are not waking me up. Yeah, you can do anything. Yeah, there could be any storm happening. So in Turkey, went to Turkey years ago, man. And I slept through an earthquake there. Then I went to, you know when Liverpool beat AC Milan in Champions League final?
Yep.
Yeah, the one where they were 2-0 down and they come back and won, yeah?
And they came back, yep.
Or 3-0 down, whatever it was, yeah? And yeah, that year I went to Paphos in Cyprus, right? With my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister. Yeah, and I slept through a tornado. A tornado ripped half of Paphos apart, mate. I slept through it. And the funny thing is, that day we were sitting on the beach, yeah, where the hotel was. We had a beach just out the back and down the hill a little bit, yeah. And you could see little mini tornadoes. My dad was shook, bro. Yeah, he was running back in. He was bricking it. Yeah, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "No, we need to get out of here." I said, "Dad, look at it. It's miles away. It's only a tiny little thing." Yeah. Next morning, yeah, I woke up, mate, and it had literally ripped half of Paphos apart, mate. Yeah, and I slept through it. Yeah, I am the heaviest sleeper. And Danny says, "Surely not 5 seconds, bro." Trust me, 5 seconds, bang,
knockout.
I went to bed last night, and I was speaking to Dan Potts, and I'll tell you what time I finished messaging him. Yeah, I don't set an alarm. I just wake up when I wake up, unless it's important. And I spoke to Dan. Where are we? Oh, he's just texted me. That was at 20-1 my time. And I said, I'm going to bed. I'm shattered. Yeah. I woke up this afternoon. Yeah. At it was 12:30 my time. And I literally got up, had a shower, and went live.
That's it. Here we are. Here we are. Hey, big up GK. We already got City versus Liverpool, Premier League decider, FA Cup semi-final. Now imagine City versus Liverpool, Champions League final. Well, still got Chelsea, the current holders in the competition.
Chelsea are everywhere, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like we're being discarded a bit too much. This final,
Nobody's talking
bro,
about
crazy.
you lot, man. They were talking about City, Liverpool's, and this and that.
But
Chelsea
we
just
go
going
about
under
our
the radar.
business quietly. Yeah, we go about our business quietly. But do you know what? Do you know who has been making noise in the Premier League? Arsenal, your team, doing well, still getting them points, bro. Are you still Arteta out? Because this is a question from Troops. Because when I was with him last week,
Troops asked you to ask me,
bro. Yeah, bro. He said his exact words. His exact words was, "Hey, Guni, what's wrong with Liga, bro?" I was like, you know how he does.
The way you've just said that, I can picture in my head him looking and saying it exactly how you said it. What's up with Liga, bro?
Hey, what's wrong with Liga, bro? I was like, I know this is about Arteta, and he was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, blood. Arteta's impressed me, innit? I'm willing to give him a chance, but Guns just ain't having it.
He's been still wants it out. I need to have words with this guy, man.
But he's to be fair with him. To be fair, he said it's the principle of him getting top 4. That was the minimum for him, and that's what he said at the beginning of the season. So for that, I've got to respect that. But next season, I know he's saying that the targets are going to be slightly different. He said he wants to see a better transfer window and obviously a bit of a better progression than just a top 4 chase. But you get me. But he told me to ask you. I'm sure he's going to be watching this. So
what's going on with Gunner? Yeah. That's it. Hey, he's caught more flights in the last 2 weeks than Lacazette's goals, bro.
Yeah.
He's here, there, and everywhere, man.
Yeah, bro. He came to New York. I met him with his missus.
Was literally there for what, a week?
Yeah. Then he went to Dallas after that, or Charlotte. I don't know. Then he went back to London, and then that day when I saw him, it was random, bruv. He was just in New York on that day. He's like, "Yeah, I just landed like 3 hours ago, fam." That was the day we done the podcast.
Barcelona.
Yeah. Then he went with Lily to Barcelona. Flip here now, bruv. I'm surprised he even knows what time zone he's in.
Maybe that's why he's got a bit confused about Arteta, bro. You know what I
mean? Hey, nah, but you got to answer him though. You got to give him the answer.
I put him, and he knows this because it's one of my videos on my channel. I knighted him as part of the Rat Army. Yeah, Sir Troops Rat-a-lot. Yes, I actually did the whole. Yes, yeah. I'm revoking that knighthood, man. If you're carrying on with this Arteta love fest, bro, your knighthood is revoked. I can't lie. Yeah, we've done it. Listen, I love Troops. I'm only playing. Yeah, I'm only playing. Because people take this out of context and say, you two got beef, innit?
No,
people were asking me why I've been on with you. People were asking me why I've been on with Henry and Rants. Oh, have you lot got beef? I was like, mate, we've all been busy. Like,
yeah, we've got lives. We're grown-ups.
Yeah, we've got kids apart from Henry, but we've all got kids as well. Well, Rants ain't got any kids, but yeah. Anyway, I'm still Arteta out, and I'll tell you why, right? Because he ain't gonna win us a title, bro. Yeah, and that's why I didn't want him in the first place. I couldn't care less about fourth. We did this for 20 times with Wenger. 20 years we made Champions League, yeah? I think it was a record. 20 straight years, right? We never won it. And we had a bad boy team back then, the Omris, the Perez's, the Vieiras and all of that, yeah? Even when we were in it, after that era, we still had the Razikis, the Nasris, the Arshavins, the Fabregases. We still never competed for it. So what makes anyone think that getting Champions League football should be a massive green tick saying, yes, target achieved for this season, and then thinking that we're going to win it? And the answer to that is they don't think we're going to win it. They don't think we're going to compete for it. So on that basis, why do you want to be in it? Because I don't get it. Yeah, and listen, we've all seen Arsenal in the Champions League. It is a car crash, mate. You know, the last game we had in the Champions League, we lost 5-1 to Bayern Munich for the third time in a row, by the way. Yeah, and Now, could you imagine Lewandowski up against our team?
Oh, allow it.
Could you imagine Neymar and them up against our team? Could you imagine Benzema? He'd have a field day with us. Yeah, and he's 35 this year. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. And Barcelona, I watched that El Clasico, bruv. We ain't even getting anywhere near them lot.
Bruv,
so
yeah, we're gonna
then you add in you lot, then you add in City, then you add in Liverpool, then you add in Inter Milan. Yeah, all of us, Atalanta maybe. I don't know. I don't Napoli.
AC are looking good as well. AC look decent.
AC is. Can you imagine Zlatan up against Ben White? Oh my days!
Oh god,
bro, he'd roundhouse him comfortably. Like literally, he wouldn't even have to jump. He'd just stand and his foot would go over his head and he'd back heel one over. Like, come on. So for me, the target's not ever fourth. The aim of elite sport is to win the title or the cup. So listen, fourth, well done, cool. You've got fourth. Now go and win it. Because now you've got the bonus of getting a competition because you failed in the first place to win the first competition. So now you've got a bonus prize of qualifying for a second competition. If you don't win it, you've now failed twice. And that would then be the excuse as to why we don't qualify for it again. And all people have said, oh, it was the first year back in it. Oh, we can't expect to win it in the first year. Why? Why can't you? Why have Villarreal in the quarterfinals then after knocking out Juve? How?
It's down to the manager.
Exactly. That squad cost 12 million quid, mate.
Mm-hmm.
We were paying Aubameyang more than that a year. We were paying Ozil more than that a year. We're probably paying our manager not far off of that a year.
That's crazy.
And the whole squad cost that, and they battered Juve. So for me, like, I just think, and I've said this from day one, I didn't want it. I said it 3 weeks before he got the job, and I've stuck to it. And people have took clips of me. They've got a massive win on Twitter, and oh, he's toxic. You're a scumbag. You're this. You're that. Don't care. Yeah, when this guy gets in a title race,
that's when you change your mind. Yeah,
I'll sit there and go, actually, do you know what? And when I say title race, I don't mean sitting top at Christmas. Yeah, I mean with 10, 6, 5 games to go, we're still there. Yeah, 5 games to go, 6 games to go, we're 6 points behind or 3 points behind or maybe top. That is a title race. Yeah, until then, nah, man. Because at the end of the day, Guni, yeah, I look at it and I just think, what's different? When people sit there and say, oh, but there's progress. There's only progress because he took us so far backwards for 2 seasons.
Yeah. It's a fact.
By getting us 8th twice. Let's not forget as well, this guy's only had 1 game a week and he's still crying like a baby about it.
That's what I was actually going to come on to say. I said, you see why I agree with you, bro. And I'm more of the stance of, obviously I'm not an Arsenal fan, but as a neutral, looking at it from outside the box, I don't think this is the right season to judge Arteta. I don't, because for that precise reason, you're playing 1 game a week. Do you know what I mean? We
should have judged him based on last season, where he got knocked out to the manager that used to manage us, and he should have been sacked immediately after that full-time whistle. Yeah, he should have been sacked for getting us out of Europe, right, and losing to that manager. Yeah, so at the end of the day, we have just got rid of a striker in Aubameyang, and he split the fan base because a lot of these Arteta fans will back Arteta no matter what. He could get caught in bed with their bird.
Yeah,
and they'll bowl in. They'll cup his balls, and they'll say, "Don't worry, mate. I'll go and get your cigarettes, and I'll get you a Horlicks on, mate. Yeah, you carry on, son. You carry on. You all good? Yeah, is the air temperature all right in the room? Perfect. Oh, you're doing a good job, Mikel. Oh, yeah, nice drip.
He's definitely over her titties.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Yeah, it is embarrassing. And the funny thing is about it, right? We have then, if we get top 4, which listen, that's still in the balance, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're only 3 points ahead of Tottenham and Man United we're 4 ahead of, and we've got 1 game in hand, which is you lot away, right? That is not an easy guaranteed 3 points. So let's assume we get 1 point, right? We're now 4 ahead of Tottenham, but we've still got to play Tottenham. We ain't beaten them at their ground for 8 years. So that's not an easy game. Still got to play Man United 3 days after we play you lot. We're still got to play West Ham.
It's not. Yeah, it's far from a foregone conclusion, actually, to most. But you know what? Before I forget, let me just read out the super chat. I've had it up for a little minute now. Lee makes no sense saying Pepe over Kai. Trust me, we're going to talk about Kai Havertz very soon. We're just going to talk about Arsenal.
You and your Kai Havertz. Hey, listen, my guy. Seriously.
The agenda, the Kai Havertz agenda must run. It must run. And Todd Miller, thank you for pointing out 30 more likes. Let's get to 80.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, man. And then the next target after that will be 100.
If you watch this show on a regular basis, you should just automatically like as you bowl in.
Trust me. Smash it.
It's like putting a seatbelt on when you get in the car.
Smash that like button on the way in. You know what I'm saying, people? But
the thing as well, Guni, right, is let's say we get top 4, yeah? We've gone back to the level that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago with Wenger that was deemed not good enough. Hence why people like me and half of this fan base that was singing this Mikel Arteta song about Champions League the other day, right, that they stole off of your fan base.
Yeah.
Right. Change the words a little bit. If they don't get top four, they're going to have to change it to Europa League instead of Champions League. Maybe even Conference League. Who knows?
Yeah. Do you know what? I've got to big up Eunice because he just voice noted me on a random. He was so pissed off. He was like, why have Arsenal fans stole our Thomas Tuchel song? How has this happened? And like, I listened to it. Eunice.
Oh, I thought you said me.
No. It was Eunice. No. It was Eunice. Yeah, it was just like they've.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow as well, mate.
Yeah, we've definitely got to
be spitting feathers.
Oh yeah. By the way, for the people that are here live, you're going to see us again tomorrow, but it will be plus Eunice and plus Northside. It is our weekly therapy, basically. I don't think
our weekly therapy. You lot are jokers. You lot are jokers, bruv. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
After last week, me and Northside better get. I'm gonna text Northside tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell him we need to have it on strings with this lot. Yeah. I mean, you two took the mick last week.
Oh, bruv, we had to. We went through a lot because that was the banter week where everyone was saying Chelsea going into administration, relegation, 9 points deduction, all of that.
Yep.
It was a tough time. It was a dark time.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about Chelsea in a bit. Well, yeah, I know you're kind of short on time, so let's actually.
I've got half an hour, bro.
Okay, cool. Let's move on quickly to Mr. Kai Havertz and his recent uptick.
I'll get me coat
in form.
I'll get you a mop as well. Do you need a mop? Like to clean yourself up and all that. Do you know what I mean? I swear, your Kai Havertz love fest is like mine for Riyad Mahrez.
Oh, mate, and because I know what Kai Havertz is capable of. The only thing that I'm scared of, is that the consistency isn't there. So it's a bit of an Ozil thing where he does his brilliance in patches and then he goes missing, and then I don't want that to happen. But when this guy is in the form that he's currently in, he's incredible to watch, bro. He just knows his footballing intelligence is so different. Lee, just the way he uses his body to just shift the defender completely out of the way or just leave them wrong-footed and just find that space. It's great to watch. But again, I'm not going to... I mean, this is me still getting excited, but I'm not going to get overly too excited. Yeah, I'm going to wait until the rest of the season goes on to see if he's going to give me a bit of consistency. And I do want to see that early in the season because Kai Havertz has been known to pick up towards the second half of the season. We saw that last season at Chelsea. I need to see a full season of Kai Havertz playing properly. But has Kai impressed you?
The guy scored... Oh, no, it's Champions League. I lie. He's scored 6 league goals all season.
He has. And where I'll defend him is he has had a lot of injuries and he has had a lot of sicknesses too. And he's been used.
He does sound identical to Mesut Ozil, to be fair.
Yeah. In terms of him sitting out. But I don't know. It's this whole COVID thing, isn't it? Like he's testing positive all the time. And
he has scored 11 goals in all comps, to be fair to him, in 35 games.
And really, I'm gonna say late January-ish, February, I'll say, is when Kai really started to pick up and improve. And now we're starting to see him where he is. But honest opinion, what do you think so far of Kai?
Before I come into that honest opinion, right, I just want to get, because somebody said they put the chat in and said about Pepe and that, yeah? Right, so they said that Pepe, what's the opinion on Pepe and Havertz, yeah? Is that what you lot sing about him? Don't tell me that's your song for him. Is that what you lot think about him? You lot are moving like Arsenal fans. Do you know his worth? Kai Havertz is best on earth. Oh my God, that's to that song. What's the woman's name?
You know what that's worth? Kai Havertz is the best.
You lot are mad. You lot are moving like Arsenal fans, mate. Yeah, better than Zidane.
And that's what we need. He won Chelsea, the Champions League. That's the song.
Football fans, I can't lie.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. You see, when I'm mashed up and drunk at the football factory and I'm watching the games, I'm singing along like proper with chest.
I only ever sung Mesut Ozil song once, and I was in Madrid at Atleti with Lee Judges, and I didn't even get the words out properly. I refused to sing that guy's song, mate. That song's embarrassing. I can't lie. But somebody asked a minute ago about Pepe and Havertz, yeah?
Yeah.
Kai Havertz for Chelsea, 80 appearances, 20 goals, 1 in 4, 14 assists. Yeah, playing in a better team, by the way. So 80, he's got a 1 in 4 and a 1 in 6.5 for assists. Yeah. Nicola Pepe, playing in a dog shit football team, has played 107 games, 27 goals, and 20 assists. So he's got a 1 in 4 for goals, the same as Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
And he's got a 1 in 5 for assists. And all I'll get is, oh yeah, but Pepe's 5 years older. It's irrelevant, mate.
Yeah,
one of them plays for Chelsea, who are a well-oiled machine. One of them sits on the bench every week. In fact, I can't see how many minutes they've the total minutes. If somebody's got the total minutes Nicola Pepe has played compared to Kai Havertz, yeah, in all comps since they've been in the country, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, because Pepe is so mad disrespected. I get why people.
He is. I think he's a good player, to be honest with you. I reckon Pepe is a good player.
I get why people find him frustrating. He came off the bench the other day, and I was like, "What are you doing, mate?" Yeah, it was literally just like watching a 5-year-old that's never kicked a ball before. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Yeah, and I get it, but that comes with the consistency of playing game after game after game after game. When you're chopped and changed, it's going to be difficult. But as for Kai Havertz, I'm not going to lie. When he was at Leverkusen, I was like, "Yo, this guy is a baller."
Mm-hmm.
Then he comes to Premier League, and I'm like, "Yo, yeah, this Bundesliga tax is real, bro.
It's heavy. It's heavy." But then he came under Frank Lampard, who played him as a right winger, and he
played him at CM,
bruv. It was just like 1 week it was right winger, then it was CM, then it was left wing. And then it was just like, whoa.
Then he's false 9. Then he's a striker. Then it's like, mate, put him in the position. What's his best position?
Mm-hmm.
Up front. False 9.
Exactly. False 9. False 9 second striker. You see, the only thing is that he can't be a second. It's hard for him to be a second striker to Lukaku because he's just been dog shit. But he does the role on his own much better.
One of them. So who'd you sacrifice?
Lukaku all day.
The guy that said he don't want to be there. Yeah. Or just sacrifice the guy that's got the ability. Yeah, has got the age on his side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and can play a couple of positions and has more tech than the guy that don't want to be there. Right?
Although to
be fair to Lukaku, I watched him yesterday. Yeah, I thought he played all right. Yeah,
his hold up play was all right. Didn't lose the ball as much.
But maybe he's found his level.
That's what I mean. I saw him beat one player on the flank. And he lost the ball at the end of it. For me, it weren't good enough. I came out on the post-match. I said
his goal was decent, and it weren't just the tapping. Yeah, because people say, "Oh, it was only a tapping." No, it was the movement and the fact that he checked his run to stay onside. Because most people would have carried on. Werner probably would have carried on and would have been offside. Yeah.
No, facts. Yeah, Werner would have lost his head. He would have ran into the crowd before he realised he was offside. Bruv.
Lukaku, for as much as he gets a lot of stick, yeah. He does know where the back of the net is, but you have to play a certain style of system to fit him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Aubameyang. Yeah. Aubameyang, Barcelona have set up a team around Aubameyang in that front attacking positions. Yeah. And that's why Aubameyang's now a poacher in the box again. And they're whipping balls in Dembele, Frankie de Jong, Fernand Torres, blah, blah, blah. You have to do that with Lukaku. Chelsea don't play like that.
Yeah,
you are not playing to his strengths. You'll play better to Kai Havertz's strengths than you will Lukaku's.
Yeah, because Kai's technical. Because Kai is technical enough to play that role. He can receive the ball to feet very well. He can control the ball out of the air. These are two things Lukaku struggles massively with. And
his first touch is levels better than Lukaku's.
Bruv,
Lukaku's volume of minutes though. Yeah, it's the volume of minutes that they play. Yeah, and the thing is, like, Lukaku will always bag goals. Doesn't matter where he is. Yeah, the guy was a beast at 17.
Yeah, he was. He was. Bro, I even saw videos of him. They might still be on YouTube. But have a look at Lukaku when he was in the Anderlecht Academy and how much bigger he was than everyone else. He looked like a grown-ass man just playing against a bunch of kids. But I mean, listen, Lukaku's record can't be argued with. Do you know what I mean? He done his thing.
If I was to, sorry to cut you off, yeah. Two things. Firstly, some big up red, white, and come on, you Blues. Yeah, let's put Pepe 6,500 minutes, Havertz 4,972. So on that basis, minute to goal or assist, Pepe kills him.
Pepe wins so far. So far.
But
Hopefully.
having said that, the second thing, you've got to make a decision as a football club, mate. Yeah. And if I was to rate Kai Havertz's Chelsea career, I'm not rating it like a Chelsea fan would, blindsided on the fact he won the biggest.
Oh, you'll be surprised. I might all agree with you on this one, though.
If I was to give him a score out of 10, he scored in the Champions League final, the winner. Yeah, great goal. Yeah, and listen, it's the biggest game in club football. Yeah,
the Club World Cup as well.
He scored in the Club World Cup. He scored in the League Cup final. Obviously disallowed.
Yeah,
the guy is clearly a big game player. If I was to give him a score out of 10 for his whole Chelsea career for the 2 seasons he's been here, I'd say 5.
I'd give it a 5 or a 6 so far, based on the expectations. This is based on the expectations that I had of the player.
What he did in Germany. But the Champions League winner, you can't take that away from him. That's in the history books, yeah?
100%.
But that goal, until me and Rance were killing him the other day, yeah, that guy weren't doing nothing this season. All of a sudden, he's gone on he must watch the show.
But what I will say is with Kai, yeah, and I'm gonna maintain a 5 or a 6 in terms of the expectations I had of him before he came to the club. But I'm not going to put the full blame on him. There are things that have happened in his career while he's been at Chelsea that have been a bit crazy. Like I mentioned, Frank Lampard coaching him was one of them. Even under Tuchel, we've got to be fair as well. Under Tuchel, he hasn't really had consistency in that false 9 role. But that doesn't mean because I know people are thinking, what the hell's Guni talking about? That doesn't mean I don't think he can reach the 7, 8, 9s and 10s and that. Yeah, some players, they take a while to hit the ground running and develop. Some just hit the ground running. But I think I've got a lot of faith in Kai. I do think he will.
Todd says he's only 22. Age is irrelevant, bro. You're either good or you ain't.
You're either good or you ain't. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp says it all the time. He doesn't care about age. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
If you're good enough.
You know what I mean?
Who used to say it back in the day? If you're good enough, you're old enough. They were talking about Michael Owen and Walcott's and players like that. If you're good enough, you're old enough. Michael Owen, at 20, that age, had already won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so come on. Yeah, like at the end of the day, age is always used.
Even Mbappe, and do you know what I mean? Look at what he's already achieved. Yeah, but I mean, in terms of achievements, Mbappe's got a World Cup. He's got so much already.
He's got what was that tournament they played in the summer? Because they won that as well, didn't they?
Which one was that?
The something. What was it, man? It weren't the Euros. It was something else. There was another competition that they made up out of nowhere.
The
and
Euro
Benzema
Nations
scored a mad goal.
Was it the
Nations League. That's it.
Yeah.
The Nations League. Yeah. So he's won that as well. Yeah. Look how many titles and trophies he's won in France. Yeah. So listen, titles and trophies don't necessarily mean how good a player is. You're just lucky that you're in a good team.
You're in that team.
He is in the goals every single week. That guy scored how many goals? It's ridiculous. Yeah. I don't actually think Mbappe is. And this is going to sound mad because I do rate Mbappe. I think he's quality. Yeah. But the way people talk about him is like the second coming of Thierry Henry.
Yeah, no, and I don't think. I think that's way too far.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Another 4 years.
I'm gonna say, bruv, I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna be 110% real with you. Yeah, as much as I like Mbappe, I don't think he'll ever reach Thierry Henry level. I don't think so. Because that when you're talking ball, we've had this conversation. When we're talking ballers of that era, we've got to sit down and humble ourselves and say, yo, the Thierry Henrys, the Adrianos and these, man, you're not seeing them here. You're not. Erling Haaland, as good as he has been so far, would struggle to be a top 5 striker in the 90s or the early 2000s. That's
he wouldn't even get on the bench at half the clubs.
This is what I'm saying. So that's the levels. That's my perception.
Right, yeah. And this is the thing there. Like, big up that comment as well. Look at our record this year with Kai in the team and when he doesn't play.
Yeah.
We have this with Granit Xhaka. Does that mean Granit Xhaka's great?
True.
Yeah, it's not. I get what you're saying. I know he's not saying that Kai is like level. Yeah, what you're saying is you're a better team and you win more. But then what you got to do is these stats and facts and stuff like that, because we have it a lot in our fan base with Granit Xhaka. But then you've got to look at the teams that you're playing. Yeah, so when you lose and he's not in the team, are you playing against a City, an Arsenal, a Chelsea, a Tottenham? Yeah, are you playing against Juventus? Are you playing against some of the Champions League teams? Are you playing against top teams in cup competitions, whatever it may be? Yeah, and then when you're winning, who are you winning against? Is it the Burnleys, the Norwiches, the Leeds, Evertons? You know, teams like that. It's very stuff like that. It's like when people sit there, like I see a tweet last night somebody sent me that Aubameyang has scored 8 goals in 8 starts. Okay, well, did the other minutes not count then in the games that he didn't start? So when people sit there and say 8 goals in 8 starts, okay, cool, no drama. But if you're not going to count the 30 minutes he came on in the first game, and you're not going to count the 40 minutes that he played in a different game or whatever it may be, but let's say he scored in one of them games where he came on as a sub, does that goal count in the 8 goals in the 8 games? When people say 8 goals in 8 starts, that is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. Because you've started 8 games, whoopee. You've scored 8 goals, but one of them goals might have come as a sub in a game that you're not counting as a start.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't get it. At the end of the day, why don't you actually count how many games? Aubameyang's played 11 games. He scored 9 goals.
9 goals.
He's played 7 La Liga games. He scored 7 goals. Yeah,
that's a ridiculous ratio. No matter how you look at it,
then you just work out the minutes per goal, just to see how many minutes he's played for Barca and work out how many.
He's only been, and this is the thing, he's only been there for 5 minutes, and he's just
he's one behind Pepe as their top goal scorer. Meanwhile, the dwarf we up front has got 1 open play league goal all season.
Oh my god, hey, bruv. Oh, yeah, I need to answer this question because this is a madness to me, bruv. We're coming into the world where, although although Tammy is in decent,
you tried to put his patch spin on his name just then, Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham, yeah, Abraham. Hey, but 80 million is wild.
He ain't worth half of that,
bruv. Yeah, facts. He's not worth half of that, bro. He's a good striker. Player. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's good, but he's nothing more than that. Yeah, he's still young. We got to remember. But right now, he's nothing more than a good striker. Remember the league that he's playing in as well.
The thing as well, though, right? What you've got to appreciate, right, is football's gone away from this this Sergio Aguero, Aubameyang in behind, off the shoulder Vardy type player, yeah. Although saying that, Aguero I probably shouldn't have put in that list because Aguero's elite, bro. Yeah, he could do everything. Yeah, but a Vardy and Aubameyang, the off-the-shoulder striker. Now it's more about the target man up front, playing with 2 quick wingers that can score loads of goals. Yeah. So Tammy Abraham's lucky that he's a lanky guy like me, yeah, and that he can hold the ball up and he does score goals. So he's playing now in a footballing era where he is going to be worth loads of money.
It's true. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, the player can't be blamed for the price tag, first and foremost. And second of all, we're just in that market, man, where inflation has just become absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the biggest one that we all point to is United paid 80 million for fucking Maguire, for goodness sake. Do you know what I mean? So that just lets you know where exactly we are.
Hey, how's he in the England squad, but Tomori ain't?
Yo, bro, when I saw that, I just threw my hat on the floor and I just said, this is it. This is why, as a nation, we will not win anything. And you know what, Lee? What's really sad for me is that with the crop of players that we have and the youngsters coming through, this is our best chance in years to actually win this, bro. Just come off
with this manager, bro. If we had Conte, Simeone, I don't know, anyone elite, Pep, Klopp, yeah, even you could throw Nagelsmann into that mix.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Ancelotti could go in that mix, although based off of last night, people will be reactionary and say no, yeah? Let's not forget he's still walking the league title.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's bringing that home.
If you put any of them top managers in charge of that England squad and picking a squad to go into the World Cup, oh my days, bruv. You would not see Harry Maguire.
Nah, nowhere
near that.
You would
not see Eric Dyer.
Nowhere near that.
A half-decent season. You'd see Tomori in that team all day long. You would see Ben White in there. Yeah, and that's only based off of the fact that he can play out from the back. Yeah, it's not based on actually winning the ball in the air and stuff like that. But Ben White had been in the squad. John Stones are getting the squad. Harry Maguire wouldn't be there under any of these other managers, mate. Yeah, under any of them. Yeah, Phil Foden would be the first name on the team sheet.
Yeah, what a player.
Yeah, that guy is sick, bro. That goal at the weekend was just a joke. Yeah, an absolute joke. Yeah, and Saka would be in there. Smith Rowe would be in there. Ramsdale would probably be the goalkeeper. I think he's easily been the best English goalkeeper this season. And we would have a chance. You'd see Sancho in there. Yeah, you'd see Calvert-Lewin and Kane.
Would you throw Michael Elise in there based on his
all day long? But is he picked England?
I don't think. Oh, yeah, because he can rep France as well, innit?
I think he picked France in the under-21s, right?
Yeah, I've got to check that out. Or someone in the chat will be able to let us know, like, what nation has Elise picked if he's even had a call-up yet? Because I've
Can't
seen
he
somebody
can pick
talk
another
about.
country as well.
But
Is
if
it
he,
Ghana?
but,
Is it
but if
Ghana
he,
maybe? I can't remember.
but surely if he hasn't represented that senior level, he can still switch countries. He can still go
Oh
to.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
He got the call up from France. They're smart. And this is the thing. France done that, so we can't have him. 100%. Because they might not, because you see, France have got that talent pool where they might not necessarily ever have to use him in the national team. But
Bro, France just take liberties, bruv.
yeah, that's what they do.
They're signing up all the Algerian brothers and everything, bruv.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Like Zidane, Vieira, Vieira's Senegalese, right?
Vieira's.
But he chose
France.
Yeah, he could have played for both. Yeah, Zidane could have played for Algeria. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, big up to these players. I don't diss some of these players for doing that, yeah? Like, if France are the best team on the planet, you're going to want to play for France, bro. Yeah, if you've got a dual nationality, you can play for France. You're playing for France. It's about winning trophies. And this is what I keep telling everyone. And people keep crying. It was Nigeria, not Ghana. Apologies. Yeah, and people keep crying about it. I keep telling people the game is about winning trophies. So when you've got a chance, like Elise, to go for England or for France or for Nigeria, it's no coincidence the guy's picked France. Why? Because if he gets picked in that team, yeah, and they end up winning a competition, the man gets the medal. Yeah, because the game is about winning. When you see players leaving a football club and people go, oh, he's a snake. No, he's left Arsenal to go to Man United, Van Persie, for example, to go and win the title because he wants to win. So when I sit there and say the game's about winning, oh, no, you can't run before you can walk. Well, Van Persie was there for 8 years, won fuck all apart from an odd cup, yeah, and left to go and win a title. And he won one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair play to him. But obviously before this stream ends, I did want to talk a bit about Xavi, Aubameyang, the Barcelona squad in general.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I did not expect the resurgence of Barcelona to happen so quickly, but we definitely got to give Xavi his props. He went. Listen, I wasn't too sure about him going over to the Middle East to do the management. He went there to get his experience. Clearly, he learned something from
you
there.
Mean he didn't get fast tracked into a top job straight away,
right? Exactly. So obviously, he cut his teeth elsewhere.
Maybe that's because he's not a good-looking Spaniard. Maybe I don't know. He's not the best-looking Spaniard in the world. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? There was a super chat that I did forget to read. What, real quick, Nippon. I actually forgot to read it, but make sure you do subscribe to this channel, Nippon Sports TV. Big up.
I'll take Chris Wood over both of them.
Wout Weghorst or Alex Lacazette.
Chris Wood over both.
You reckon?
Mate, I've said this before on my channel, right? If you go and have a look how many games Chris Wood's played for Burnley, forget Newcastle, Burnley, right? And then count how many goals he's got, right? His strike rate is there or thereabouts the same as Lacazette's at Arsenal. Now put Chris Wood at Arsenal and put Lacazette at Burnley. Chris Wood's still bagging. He ain't.
Weghorst looks all right. Weghorst looks all right. I ain't gonna lie. He looks all right. I want to see him a little bit more in the Prem. But yeah, no, just going back to what we were saying about just Xavi and just the resurgence of Barca. Cut his teeth outside of La Liga, one of the top 5 leagues, went over to the Middle East, definitely learned something, came over and showed trust in the youth, such as Pedri, such as Gavi, such as Araujo as well. Just players that when you looked at the squad, in general, you're like, how on earth are they going to compete with Real Madrid and get back into, deep stages of the Champions League? But with the recruitment that they've done, and another thing that he has been able to do that no manager is able to do is give Ousmane Dembele a consistent run of games, and he's looked good fit as well. Yes, and he had
very good as well. Skates last night.
Yep.
But saying that, I said this with Rance earlier. That Real Madrid team is full of pensioners. Benzema's 34. Nacho, the left back, he's what, 32?
Yeah, he's done out here. How old? Yeah,
Casemiro's 30. Modric is 36. Cruz is what, 34? 33?
Yeah, they're post 30s anyway. A lot of them are post 30s.
That Carvajal is another one. He's touching 31, 32, whatever he is. Yeah, Steve McMahon said it on Steve McManaman, sorry. I said it when I was watching the closing show afterwards on ESPN. And he said they need at least 7 players, Madrid, in the summer. At least. Yeah, and Rance was right when he said this. Barca is a more viable option and a better project, if you will, than Real Madrid this summer. Because that lot are aging, mate. Yeah, they're all gone. Yeah, and when I see Alaba and Militao defending, oh my days, that gave me Koscielny and Mustafi vibes, bro.
Mate.
Yeah.
And Rance also said something as well that I thought was very true. He said, like, Real Madrid, they need at least 7 players.
Yeah, 7 players.
This is the thing with the 7 players. You're talking 7 of the best players in the world in those positions, because you know how Real Madrid are. Do you know what I mean? They won't
now you're talking everything. £1 billion.
This is what I'm saying. So we might see, this might be, that was a message from Barcelona to let Real Madrid say, do you know what, enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while it's still.
But you know what? Xavi had already won, 6 titles, was it? 5 titles?
With Barca? With himself.
No, in, what league was he in? Was it Qatar?
Qatar or something like that. I don't want to get it wrong. It's one of the leagues in the Middle East. Yeah. One of the
Because I think Cazorla played for him, right?
Did he?
I think maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, mate. I don't really pay much attention to them leagues, if I'm honest. Yeah, but I thought Cazorla was Al Sadd in South.
Al Sadd.
Is it Al Sadd? What country? I don't know what country that is. Sorry, but the chat I know anyway. But I think he won 5 or 6 titles there in a row. Same mad. Yeah. So he cut his teeth, like you said, and he's gone to Barca. I don't think anyone expected him to do what he's doing. Yeah, and to go there. That is their joint 4th highest victory at the Bernabeu, ever in their history.
No, that's it exactly. But I just wanna address this comment here. Barca are good lately, but still overhyped. I don't think overhyped is the right word. I still think there's a long way for them to go. There's still a lot of development for them to go. Because remember, they've got a very, very talented young core. So don't get it twisted.
That Messiah just churns out people.
This is what I'm saying.
Like, I know Odegaard never came through, but it churns out people like that for fun, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Gavi and
players like that, they're churning out Pedris and Gavis for fun, mate.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Those guys are on a different level. Wow, they smashed Real, mate. Real Madrid are dusted. I think me and Lee can agree with you because of the age. I
wouldn't say they're dusted. Yeah, they're not dusted. They're Real Madrid, mate.
They're just but in terms of they're not the Real Madrid that they were dominating.
They've walked the title this season, and the reason they've done that is because for whatever reason, Atletico Madrid have decided to stop doing what they've been doing and actually play more expansive football. And that has been their downfall this season. They've conceded more goals already this season than they did last season, Atletico. Then Sevilla just fell away. And Barcelona, he took over when they were 9th, I think, But, mate, that game last night, has got a lot of people gassed, right? But he's took them from 9th to 3rd, and they've got a game in hand over Sevilla. If they win that, I think they go 2nd. Yeah. Next season, I think they're in a title race. Yeah, and they've got a striker up front now that looks back to his best. And listen, I've said this before. That guy is not finished, mate. Aubameyang is not finished.
He's not. No way.
Yeah, Dembele, I'm not sure whether he's still going to be there. And if you keep the guy fit, we know he's a good footballer. It's just keeping him fit. They've got Fernan Torres. What a buy that was, by the way. Yeah, he's a quality player. Then they've got Pedri. They've got Gavi. Yeah, they've got some good players. PK's still doing bits. Man's loving life. He's got Shakira. The hips don't lie and all of that. Yeah, he's won life, bruv. Yeah, man's playing for Barcelona. He's won so many trophies, and his wife Shakira. Like, what a ledge. Yeah, and but they need some players in the summer. Yeah, but I now think that they've got the pull. Yeah, and let's not forget, they could still win the Europa League.
No, 100%, exactly.
And they're favourites for that.
And I think they will.
Playing saucy football.
I think next season they win La Liga for me. I reckon so. Unless Real Madrid do some serious recruitment and just get the targets.
Benzema's always going to bag. We know this, yeah? Right, so Benzema will still be there and he'll bag. Real Madrid will probably end up with Mbappe. Steve McManaman said last night, he said, well, we know Mbappe's in the bag. Yeah, he said that last night on ESPN, yeah? So I'm like, okay, well, Mbappe's going there then, yeah? I think Pogba's going to go there.
But to Real?
Yeah.
I reckon Haaland is going there. So how are they going to facilitate this money, all of this money?
Yeah, but what they'll do, bro. Yeah, listen, it's the King's Club, bro. They can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want.
That's also true. That's also
they can do whatever they want. If they get Haaland, that's going to cost a packet. But Pogba's free. Mbappe's free. Now all you've got to do is supplement wages, yeah? What's cheaper? Spending £150 million on Mbappe and paying the guy $500,000 a week, or just paying him 650 grand a week and getting him for nothing? It's cheaper to do that.
Yeah,
so you've saved 150. Yeah, then if you're getting rid of some of these other players, like I don't know, a Modric, for example. Modric is touching what, 36, 37? Yeah, he's got to be on some big wedge, bruv.
Yeah, he's on
Cruz
some
has got to be on big wedge. Yeah, all these other players have got to be on big dough. Yeah, if they go and get a Pogba for free, yeah, Camavinga's a good player, by the way. Yeah, they've already got him. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Camavinga, yeah, and Pogba. Now you need one more. You need one more in that midfield, and then you could have one of them other three as subs. Casemiro's still 30, 31, so he'll still be there. I think Cruz and Modric, it might be them done this summer. Yeah, it might be them done. They might end up going somewhere else. Yeah, Cruz is out. Yeah, Valverde, there you go. Valverde, that's another good player, by the way. So they've still got a core there, right? But it's now, and the goalkeeper's still decent. They've still got good players. But if they're going to get Mbappe, Haaland, and Pogba, and two of them are free, yeah, now Benzema drops a little bit deeper like he did when Ronaldo was there, and you've got Haaland up front, and Benzema is getting on a bit now, still relentless, but if he drops and plays a role for the team,
yeah,
all of a sudden,
effective.
They're still very effective, exactly. And Barcelona, as good as they've been since Xavi's been there, they're going to have to do some work this summer, mate. But 100%. I do think they will be in a title race. I'm not sure. We have to see by the end of the transfer window what's happened with both clubs. And don't rule that Atletico as well, man. Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. 100%. Now, obviously, Chelsea have drawn Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. And to be honest with you, I've seen quite a few other fans write us off and say, you know, Chelsea are done out here. Real Madrid are going to put us out. But I'm actually, I don't agree with that. I'm actually feeling a little bit confident, to tell you the truth. I reckon we can knock them out a second season in a row, bro, and go to the semi-finals. What do you reckon, Lee?
I think you beat them. I think you beat him. I do. I think you beat him. Yeah, I think I forgot Vinicius Jr. as well, by the way.
Yeah, Vinicius.
But I think you beat him. I just think that you're a very good team when it comes to cup competition. You can, under this manager. You've seen that. He's got to 5 out of 5 finals since he's been your manager. Yeah. And he's in a semi-final and the quarterfinals of 2 others.
Yeah.
So he's 1 game away against Crystal Palace, with no disrespect to them because they've been superb. You're beating them.
Yeah, I reckon
you are going to beat them. So you're going to get to another final. That's 6 out of 6. Yeah. And I think that you'll beat Real Madrid. So now you're in a semi. You'll probably end up with Man City. Right? So now, and the record that Tuchel has under with Chelsea against Man City.
It's over 2 legs. Yeah, that's it.
I would not rule you out getting to 7 out of 7. So I think you're a good cup team. The league, yeah, you're what, 10 points, 11 points off the top with a game in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now
so we've closed the gap from last season. Massively.
Yeah, but now think if you hadn't have been to the Club World Cup, you hadn't have been to the Super Cup, you hadn't have been in all these other cup competitions for as long as you have been, you probably would have been in a title race.
But I'll go as far to say this: if Reece James and Chilwell never got injured in December, I think we would have definitely still been in for a shout for the title race. We would have at least had to say who won the title this year. I reckon. I'm convinced. But yeah, man, I reckon we're gonna. I think we will beat Real Madrid. And I'll say this: depending on how we beat them, after that, I'll be able to say whether I think we're gonna win the Champions League or not. Because there's something about Chelsea, bro. You see, when we're under the cosh and there's a lot of adversity around our club, we just pull something out of the bag.
Look at when you won it with Di Matteo.
That's what I mean.
Look at when you won it with Tuchel last year.
That's what I mean. Just like, well, for me last year, I got excited after. Yeah, it was the Real Madrid game actually.
Yeah, you knocked them out last year.
Yeah, it was
and
that
they're a year older. Yeah, they're thinking in the back of their head. Hold on a minute. We're only 12 points clear, and these teams have got a game in hand. All of a sudden, they've got some tough fixtures coming up. They might wobble a little bit. Oh, we got Chelsea. Oh, we got to play Chelsea. All of a sudden, different scenario. They might bottle the title. Yeah. I don't think they will, but for me, I still think Bayern Munich will win it.
They're still in the competition.
I think they'll win it. I do.
They're coming into that funny period where they're getting these weird results, bro. So let's see.
You know I mean, Bayern, yeah, they're just like Thomas Muller has never aged. Yeah, that guy seems to have been around for 50 years, mate, and he still looks identical to when he broke on the scene. Yeah, like, the guy's a joke. He's such a good player. They've still got Lewandowski. Yeah, but Real Madrid have got Benzema. But I'm looking at your midfield. And I'm thinking your midfield, will run the socks off of their midfield, off of what I witnessed last night.
Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante absolutely bossed the shit out of him last season. N'Golo Kante had both Modric, he had Casemiro in his back pocket. I'm telling you, I was watching that midfield. They were trying to catch their breath keeping up with Mason Mount. It was just ridiculous last year. And I reckon
that's the thing. You've got the experience with Kante and you've got Mason Mount, who's got experience as well. Let's not forget that. He has got experience, yeah. Even though he's young, he's still got the experience. Yeah. And then you put Kovacic in there as well.
Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
That three, as good as the three are at Real Madrid, everyone's just looking at their names. Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric. Now have a look at their age. Look how much mileage they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kovacic is what, 27?
27, 28. Yeah, he's not even in his 30s.
And N'Golo Kante is what, 30, 31?
31 he's just turned.
And then you've got Mason Mount.
He's a baby.
Bro, them three together. Yeah, and let's not forget, N'Golo Kante has been rested quite a few times this season. He's been sat on the bench quite a lot.
And I'm happy that he has been. I'm happy
because he's managed him properly, because he knows he can't be the Kante from 3 years ago, bro.
You see, Kante, right? What people don't realize is this guy hasn't had a sustained break since Maurizio Sarri. He was injured since then and was never able to have the required period of rest for him to recover. And I hope this is the first time we're going to see that with Kante, because that's what contributed to his consistent injury pattern now. Had we managed him a bit better, I reckon he wouldn't be breaking down the way he is now. But, hopefully Tuchel can afford to manage Kante.
Man said is Jorginho injured. We forgot about Jorginho.
Yeah, Jorginho too. Hey, listen, Jorginho too. He's been doing all right. But the people that watch my channel know that I do like Jorginho. I appreciate his skill set. I love how he controls and the tempo and dictates.
He'll be fine against Madrid because they ain't going to press him.
Yeah, exactly. But my thing is with Jorginho, I don't know. I just don't think he's
certain games the guy's amazing, but listen, Madrid will be perfect for him.
I think he's going to Italy. I think he goes back to Italy. He's got a mad high stock over there. I think the Juves or the Inters or AC, one of them will be biting their hand off for him. 100%. He's definitely got clout over there. I mean, you got to remember, he's won the Euros, he's won the Champions League.
Granit Xhaka's got clout out there. What does that say?
That's what. Yeah, well,
he's
exactly.
Played there.
Exactly. That says it all. 100%. Yeah, exactly. Cover's clear. That's how I feel. I feel like, listen, we've got to be fair. They're two different midfielders, like Lee said. Jorginho has his roles. He's got more of that specialist, quote unquote, reduce the qualities. Whereas Kovacic, you get me, he's slippery. He can beat the press. He can play a good pass as well. He defends very well. He's more pacey than Jorginho. And that's what lets Jorginho down. Is the two things with him for me is the physicality, although he has improved at that, and the pace, lack of pace rather. So if you press him, he's going to get caught out. You know what I mean? So those are things that he can't help. But aside from that, he's all right. Would I be upset to see him sold or leave Chelsea? Not as much as what people would think, to be honest with you.
Fact.
Yeah. Now, some people are not agreeing with me. Some are saying Jorginho is mad underrated. Ray Allen, obviously, I appreciate your opinion. You get me? Like, nobody said he's a bad player. I just don't think he's as good as what most people think he is. But we have come towards the end of the show, people. Thank you very much for joining us. Big up every single one of you in the chat for your support. I can't see how many likes we've got, but I can see at the top left, we have 183 people currently watching. So give us roughly around that number for the likes. Every single one of you that are still in here, do Guni a massive favor. Smash that like button for me. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. Lee Gunner's details, as always, are down there in the description. So make sure you hit that description and you click the clickable link. Yes, I've done all the work for you. All you have to do is just click that link, take you straight to Lee Gunner stuff. Before we go, Lee, what are we going to be seeing from you over the next few days? And what have you done today? Let the people know.
Hey, I ain't stopped today. I've done a Muppet social media. Arsenal Muppet social media. It's not Arsenal Muppet Twitter anymore. It's Arsenal Muppet social media. I can open it up to YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I need to watch that. I've watched the first 2 or 3 that you've done.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
But when people are sitting there posting out pictures of Xavi with Pep and Arteta with Pep saying something about Pep's the father or something, the footballing father. It's like these are the same people, by the way, that were calling Pep Fraudiola.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but there we go. But yeah, that came out early this afternoon, midday, UK time. I then did another show with Rants at 4 p.m. So go and check that out. We spoke about Madrid, we spoke about Arsenal, etc., etc. Then I did with Henry Wright at 7 p.m. Then I've done with you, and then at 10 p.m. UK time, so 50 minutes from now, I've got another video coming out talking about Victor Osimhen linked to Arsenal, and William Saliba with a new contract being lined up apparently. So check that out. Tomorrow, I'm live with you, Eunice, and Northside at 2 p.m.
Facts.
Then I am live straight after that with the Football Terrace with Terry. Me and him are going at it tomorrow. He is getting it, bruv.
Yeah, I saw him tweet. I saw him tweet.
He is getting it. Yeah, he is getting it.
Yeah, he said, I've pissed off Lee Gunner. Can't wait till tomorrow. So
yeah, watch. Yeah, I'm going to zip it for now. I'm saving it for the show. He is getting rinsed tomorrow. Yeah, and then I'll be doing another live as well later in the evening. So plenty more to come. Listen, I'm back on the work rate, man. I've been chilling for the last 2-3 months.
The best
one a day I've been doing
the
for
best
2-3
never
months
rest
now. 2-3 a day, mate. I've got that energy.
The best never rest, as Lee Gunner has many times said. And as for this channel, tomorrow, as like I said, actually outside the channel, Lee's already said I'm going to be on his channel, but I will be streaming with Eunice tomorrow. I'm pretty sure the Rain Group will come out with some more information about the shortlist at Chelsea Football Club. Now, I am seeing some tweets that some comments in the chat that the Saudis have not been picked for the shortlist. So Al Guni been fired might not have to show his face.
Just been fired.
Yeah, Al fired might have just been fired. So I hope that's not the case. We're going to get some more official news over the next coming hours, but definitely tomorrow, myself and Eunice will be talking about that. So you're not going to want to miss that because we've been covering it and we've been covering it well. So definitely make sure you are there for it. I'm not going to tell you to switch the notification bell on because it's a piece of shit. Doesn't work anyway. So just make sure that you're subscribed and you like the content. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure you do stay safe, people.
I'll tell